Hello and welcome to Pantheon of the Geeks. You join us for our second video of today, which is the unboxing of the Arkanaut Frigate. I couldn't wait to do this last. I normally would build up something like this, but I need to get this unboxed because it looks amazing. So, the back of the box is simply the frigate with some painting little guides though, and it tells you what the heavy sky hook, etheric navigator, heavy sky cannon, end ringer on board the ship all look like. There's the captain, top corner. So let's get this unboxed. So I'm desperate to get in.
Let's see how long it takes you to get in. Oh.
The flap's actually undone inside it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Right. Oh. Upside down. So I don't have any instructions.
Nice colourful.
There is one sprue.
Cool.
With all the etheric balloon type bits on.
They look cool. That looks awesome.
There is a second sprue of 2 sprues with the majority of the hull on. Oh, that's cool. They're all single bits, so just 3 bits makes the hull up.
That's clever.
That's useful. Oh, a funky new base. Oh, stand, flying stand, shall we say. Oh, that's pretty good actually. I like the fact it's got a wider bit on there that'll stick onto there. Come on. You know you want to come out. There we go. Awesome. It's sort of angled back as well, so keeps it out of the way. And it's tougher than like a normal fly stand. Awesome. Right. As we said, that's... I expected it to be loads and loads and loads of pieces on there, to be honest, and that's a pleasant surprise.
Straightforward.
Yep.
Change. So
let's have a look at the instructions. I'll bring the camera in a little bit. And we can have a closer look. Right. So we start with part 1.
Which is?
This middle bit.
This middle bit.
Yeah. The main sort of middle top deck bit. When we have part 12, which are like vents. We'll get part 8 off, which looks like the steering wheel. And then we have part 6 with 3 part 7s, which are all little cogs on there. So we'll get all those off and we'll start to have a look at them. Okay, so that is the part 1. Just reminds me of like a tugboat or something.
Yeah.
There we go, that's like the that's the whole part. You can see here is where the vents go. They go inside underneath. They'll go in that bit. And then we have these gaps here. And where's that? This bit here will fit in to the... So this is just like mechanic stuff. And then the other bit will fit onto the in front of it. And there's 3 little holes in here, 1, 2 and 3, where those valves will go in from part 7 up here, and those are the little valves, the tiny little things. Be careful when you cut them off, not to lose them. So we'll stick those parts together, which will bring us up to this bit. So in the meantime, part 9 can be taken off the sprue, and its other side, which is part 10, part 11, which is like a hatch, and part 13, which is like some sort of cover or something.
And 16 as well.
And 16 as well. There we go. So I'll get this first bit together and we'll get those other bits off the sprue. So there is the first part on. That's the vents in place. So next up, as we said, 16. That goes on top. Goes in that little hole there. Then we have part 9, which, whoops, goes around this side I believe, and goes on there. Fits on there quite snugly, so make sure there's no parts of the sprue left on these. This bit goes on this side, where the door is. The door handle will go into there, And then actually we've got parts 14 and 15 as well, which just sit on these front parts there. So I'm just going to stick them on as well. So we're back once we've basically got to this stage at the bottom. Okay, so that is the deck so far. That takes up part one. Then we have the other two sides of the hull. So that is one part of the hull. That is the other part of the hull. And we're also putting on part 5, so that's 2 and 3. And part 5 is the rudder. Now you don't glue the rudder if you want it to move. You just simply place that in there. You glue where all these little dots are, because they're all connectors on this side. Glue those two bits together with leaving this bit free from glue so it doesn't go onto the rudder so you can move it. And that attaches underneath onto there. So we'll do that in the meantime, because I can start cutting off the next parts, which is this back bit, which is 4. And then the first of the fins, which is 27, 28 and 29.
Righty-ho.
In fact, you can do them both, so we've got
30,
31, 30 and 32 as well.
Right.
So we'll get those bits ready and I'll stick this part of the hull together. And I think we'll have what looks like a submarine by the looks of this picture. So yeah, what we have now is basically a mini dwarf submarine. That's pretty cool actually so far. Those parts go together no problem. If you have any issues keeping that together, elastic bands would work wonders. Especially the shape of it. You normally use them for like rhinos and stuff to keep the sides on. This will work just as well on this. Maybe some smaller elastic bands than you would use on a rhino, because it is smaller. There we go. So, next up we have the back piece, which is there, which is just going to slot into this area that's missing it there. And then we have the side fins, part 28. Part 27 will just fit onto that, I believe. So does that bit just go in there?
Yes, I think
Does,
so.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you could position that as well if you wanted. And then you got the propeller, which will go on, which is more like a naval propeller, but that's dwarf technology for you. So we'll stick those bits together and onto the hull, and we'll do the same with the other side, which is just exactly the same again. The propeller going onto that big bit there. Which we didn't really want to. You didn't have to stick that bit on, to be honest. You can leave that off, but we will stick it on. Right, so we'll get those put on and then we'll move on to the next page. Alright, so that is where we're up to. We have these ship propellers stuck on it like flame propellers. That is the way around they go. There you go. So next up, we have the bomb bays. Now going to go into these long holes we've got in the bottom. So what we have is part 19. What's the other one?
Part 24.
Part 24. And each one's got 3 types of bombs. We've got this little driller bomb. We have this like standard looking bomb, which I think goes in the middle, does it?
Yeah, 21 is the standard
And then
one.
on the other end we have this
Like spiky bomb.
Spiky mine type. Incendiary. Which is 2 parts. Those 2 parts go together and that goes into the last slot on there, where there's a little hole in there. So we have the same on the other side. And then we'll get those bits together. Next up there's the underneath fin, which is basically 34 and 33. Those 2 parts just go together quite simply, one on either side, and then they go on the where do they go? On the front. So we have a hole there for that to fit into, and then 2 little holes for the like stanchions or whatever they are to fit onto. And the last bit for this page are the guns, I think the carbines. So they have these ball joints there. And then we have the barrels and the ends of the guns. So there is a little clip in there, a little sort of like square hole where that'll fit into. and then the end will go on to that, and there's another little square hole with a square peg on that as well. And those bits won't be glued in, because what we have on the ship are 2 circular receptors. So in theory I'm not going to do it, but that should go in there and push into place. We'll find out if it does. And then we'll be back with everything stuck on. Okay, so we have
parts 43 and 44.
43 and 44. So those two are just going to go together like that.
Yep. You have part 42, which is the bottom.
Oops. That'll fit in those gaps. We'll have to shave those bits down, obviously. And then we have
45, which is like a little vent that will stick on the front.
Where does that bit go on to?
When you put all that together, it goes
There'll
on
be a
that
gap there, and that will go into the said gap.
And then you need parts 46 and 47, which are the flaps either side. Which I'll start putting off.
So we'll get to this stage, and then we'll be back. Okay, so there it is. The smallest of the balloon parts, huh?
It looks really cute.
It does. Just apologise for anyone. Nurgles Rot has taken hold of me. So
we have parts 50 and 49.
Yeah.
And then part 48, which is the bottom bit.
Yeah, so those 3 parts go together pretty much like that bit did.
Yeah.
There's no other vent to go on that bit at the moment. That'll take us over there, so I'll get this bit together. In the meantime, we can be cutting off
58 and 59 and 60 and 61.
And then we have the gun areas here. So we've got the heavy sky hook,
which is 64 and 65.
Yeah.
And then the heavy sky cannon, which is 62 and 63.
So we're going to cut all these parts off. We're going to see if we can magnetise this or not. So we'll be back in a second. Okay, so there is the larger of the 2 balloons together. That's where the navigator's going to sit, obviously. So we've got these parts off now. So this is the first part of the gun, which will go on the front. As long as you don't glue it, it should fit into place and swivel a bit like the turret of a tank. This bit here, you're also not meant to glue. That's meant to slide up and down by the looks of it. And it will be covered by these going in on either side. So we have those 2 bits which should fit into there. So, the bit I was wanting to find out, this is where the gun will attach to, and there is a little bit of a recess there. The gun goes in like that, so if you're happy you just want that gun, fits in really easy. This bit here will be hidden, so if we cut that bit off and put a magnet on there and a magnet in there, in theory, and after a lot of swearing probably, it will magnetise. So I'm going to attempt to go ahead and do that now. So when we come back, fingers crossed that's done. But this gun is made up of 2 parts, so that shouldn't be too easy to cut down. This one I have it as a solid block, so that's definitely a clipper's job. This gun, just so you know, it's a 2-part gun with this part where the harpoon bit attaches like that. Then next up will be the first of the Duridan dwarves.
So that's part 67.
Yep, for the overlords. Here he is. That's the body, which isn't much bigger than a normal dwarf. He's a little bit bigger though. He's not like he's in a suit of pressurised armour. This is the cool
66.
head for the captain. So that'll just fit onto there. Then we have this awesome looking shoulder pad.
Part 70.
This is the steering wheel for the ship.
71.
Awesome. And then we have
69.
Yep, which is his other arm, and his backpack.
68.
Which is 68.
One thing about 69 and 71, 71's got his hand on the wheel.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, that bit's going to be kept separate anyway, so I'm going to paint the models that go on the ship separate. So we'll assemble him and we'll keep him separate. I won't be attaching him to the ship till after he's painted.
And then
we have
55 and 56.
Which is the balloon, the smallest of the balloons, which goes on the back, which is a 2-parter, which will then fit on the back of the ship, where those 2 slots are. pretty much like so. So let's get on with this. I should be back once I've done all that. Okay, so here's the main body of our ship so far. We've got the back balloon on. We've got the turret, a bit of a mess of green stuff. Tied it up with some file there, but it does what it needs to do. We have a turning turret that moves up and down, and we can have the spear gun on there, sky hook, whatever it's called, and we can have the cannon on there. Yay! That's going to fall off. Good. So we've magnetised that. We've put together the little dwarf guy. I've left off the steering wheel because it covers his entire body, so then you can't paint him. And if you put it onto that, it covers this entire area, then you can't paint that. I'm actually going to leave the steering wheel off entirely because I'm going to paint this pretty much after I finish this video. I'm going to start painting it. So we'll leave some of the parts off. I'm going to leave the main balloons off as well. So the next bit is this funnel contraption, 17 and 18, which is that bit and that bit, which merely stick together and then go into this recess on the top. So we shall do that. In the meantime, Claire can be getting off
40 and 41.
Yep.
And 52 and 51.
So these are the stanchion bits that the balloons will attach to.
Yep.
So I can get those bits off and ready. Okay, so we've got the funnels on there. Looking good. So next up we have these parts of 41 and 40. Those two got green stuff all over me. And glue as well, excellent. These two just go together like that. These two go together on this joint here, like that. The other side,
You've got 54 and 53 and
is the
39 and 38.
Which is the opposite of that, and the other one's the opposite of the first one. They have to go in the same way. First two will go along this side of the ship into this back bit here and onto this bit here. The others will do the same on that bit there. You can see it all cut out, and on that bit there. So we'll put these bits together, we'll stick them onto the ship, and then we'll be back with it looking something like that. Okay, so we have these bits on here, ready to go. So the last page of stuff to put together, we have 57 here, which needs to attach underneath this balloon. So it goes with these bits pointing upwards because they're like chains, and it attaches onto this bit here with a little triangle on it, and there we go, it goes on. It went on before. There we go, we're looking for that little gap there to go in there, so it's going to go on like that, and then I'm not going to attach that to the rest of the ship because I need to paint this separately. We have...
You've got parts 76, 74 and 77, 75 and 73 and 72.
There's like a little fin on his head, is it? So that's the navigator who sits atop this. So once those parts have gone on, he's just going to rest in there. But again, I'm going to paint him separately. There we have the engineer.
So you've got 81, 79 and 82.
Here's a cool little oil can, that's awesome. And his hammer is there.
And then you've got part 80, which is his head.
Yeah.
And 78, which is like a backpack.
Cool. So we're going to go ahead and stick these bits together, which will be the last parts. So we'll show you the finished product because I can actually set the and sort of balance the balloons on top, and because they will fit on and come off again. So there we go. So we're back in one moment. Okay, so there we go. That's basically what the ship's going to look like once it's all stuck together at the end. The balloons are still detachable, as I said. There you go. Pass that to Claire for a second. Have a look at the engineer. There he is. It's pretty cool. We got the navigator there. That's pretty cool. Oh, sat down there. That is the base. I'm waiting for that to dry before I try and put the model on. It's still quite heavy for a flying base. So there we go. It looks amazing. I really like it. I want to get it painted, so hopefully next time you see this it will be fully painted and ready to rock and roll. Yeah, it's got some guns underneath as well, they move. And I don't know what colours I'm going to be painting it yet. I need to go away and read the book and decide what port I'm going to be using. So I don't know whether you can tell on the camera or not, the nurgles rot completely took me over. I am literally dying as I'm speaking. It's gone beyond man flu. It's definitely nurgles rot. So we're going to get this video out. This is our second video. There's a third video. If I'm feeling a bit better later on, I will attempt to put the Arkanaut company and the Admiral together. But if I don't feel any better, it might be tomorrow before you see those guys put together. But stay tuned for that anyway. And obviously, if anyone wants to see me try and paint this, I'll decide what colours I'm going to do. It does look awesome though. I do like this. Can't wait to have a whole fleet. It's going to be cool. It was really easy to put together actually.
It wasn't too bad actually, it was very straightforward and you use
quick.
everything on the sprue.
This thing looks a lot more complicated than it actually is, doesn't it? You start getting into the sprue. The sprue was correct as well.
It was actually, yeah.
The instructions were correct, everybody.
And I did get an email about the Armageddon, the Shadow War Armageddon instructions, because I emailed them and explained to them what the issues were. And I got an email back saying thank you very much for the email, and we've passed it on to the production team.
Yep.
But they didn't think that they were going to change them because all the box sets had sold out anyway.
Yeah. The back of the instructions does have this painting guide type thing on there, showing you what colours they've used to paint them. So that's quite good as well. And obviously the back of has the traditional Age of Sigmar unit rules, which I imagine, given the there we go, but you can download that and whatever, I just go through that. And I imagine 40k will turn into the same thing.
Yeah.
Because the announcement was today, while we were filming this,
Yes.
The announcement came up as well saying that there will be a new 40k soon. So if you haven't seen that on Warhammer Community, go and take a look at that. But there we go. So that's this video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go and die in a corner now.
Okay.
But please like and subscribe and join us some more if somehow I'm resurrected by Nurgle. If not, Claire will be doing the videos on her own for now.
Great.
So please like and subscribe. You guys take care. Try not to catch any rot or Nurgle pox or anything like I have. And we'll see you again soon.
See you soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.